Now, the battle for Telangana is heating up, and so is the race for the Chief Minister's chair. Now, even before the first vote is cast, in the midst of the absence of Chief Ministerial face from the Congress, a new leader has thrown his hat into the ring. Senior Congress leader and Lok Sabha member Komati Reddy Venkat Reddy now asserted that if the party secures victory in the upcoming Telangana Assembly elections, he would be appointed as the Chief Minister by Sonia Gandhi. Now, this bold claim by Komati Reddy was made during an election rally. This is in Nalgonda, which falls under his Bhuvanagiri Lok Sabha constituency. Firstly, let's listen in to what he had to say.
మంత్రి ముఖ్యమంత్రి సోనియా గాంధీ అంటే ముఖ్యమంత్రి పదవి కూడా నాకు వస్తుంది ఇక నాకంటే సీనియర్ ఎవరు లేరు.
Now, the Congress has refrained from really announcing its chief ministerial candidate for the impending elections, leaving room, of course, for speculation and anticipation as well. Now, if Congress wins, potential contenders for the chief ministerial role include State Congress Chief Revanth Reddy. There's also former State Chief Uttam Reddy, Congress leader Madhu Yakshaki Goud as well, of course, is one of the front runners. Now, Komati Reddy Venkat Reddy, who has been serving as the member of the parliament for the Bhuvanagiri constituency since 2019, has not only established himself as a key figure in the political arena, but has also assumed the role of the star campaigner for Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee since 2022. His political journey, of course, includes being the deputy floor leader of the Telangana Congress Legislative Party, even a former MLA from Nalgonda Assembly as well. So he does have, of course, a lot of laurels, some of the experience that is needed. But at this point in time, whether this will be an issue for the Congress to deal with is the question that comes up. Now, even as we look at all of these developments, of course, now coming to the fore, Telangana elections are due in just a couple of weeks, and now the Congress leader here, Komati Reddy, really throwing his hat in the ring, hoping that Sonia Gandhi, or rather saying that he's very confident that Sonia Gandhi would make him the chief minister. My colleague Soumit, of course, tracking all the developments there in Polbound, Telangana. Very interesting statement, Soumit. How are the other Congress leaders, of course, who are in the fray taking this?
Well, Deepak, we are listening to Chief Minister KCR and several PRS leaders coming out openly and attacking the Congress party over the confusion on the CM face, and recently KTR and also Chief Minister KCR has attacked the Congress party and its leaders for being in that confusion state, and KCR has stated that while addressing the massive crowd that there are dozens of Chief Minister faces in the Congress party, and whomever, if you go and ask in the Congress party, they'll say that I'm going to become the Chief Minister. So now after the attack, now again new controversy emerged after Komati Reddy Venkat Reddy, stalwart and also a big leader, big face from the Telangana state, 4 times MP, and also he's the contesting candidate from the Nalgonda Assembly constituency. He has now, while during campaigning, is addressing the crowd, he has stated that Sonia Gandhi has assured him to make him chief minister if after Congress is voted to power. So, after that, now again, BRS and the BJP has sharpened the attack on the Congress party, stating that there are, dozens of chief minister faces in the Congress party, and they're never going to make it in this election.
Yes, within the Congress, making such statements, is that going to go down well with the other leaders, you think?
Well, there are lots of differences, we can say, but the AICC is trying its match, to an extent, we can say, Deepak, trying to sort out the issues, trying to, speak to the leaders, rebel leaders, and also the leaders who are resorting to the infighting. So, there are lots of issues inside the Congress party right now going on. So, the AICC is trying to deal with, those issues, and even Manikam Thackeray was the in charge, and also the AICC observers are here in the Telangana state. They are trying to speak to the leaders, but now even after that, the senior Congress leaders coming out and openly saying that they will be made as chief minister. So we have to wait and see what will be the party's response after that.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, of course. Soumit, you keep a close watch. We'll keep coming back to you for all these developments. Let me open this up to the panelists joining us today. We have Nataraju Venkata Subhash, he's a spokesperson of the BJP. T.S. Samaram Mohan Reddy, spokesperson for the Congress. Krishank Mane is also with us from the BRS. Sai Shekhar Angara, senior journalist, is with us. Let me take this across first to the Congress spokesperson. Well, very interesting here, Mr. Mohan Reddy, because, there is, of course, clear instructions when you don't have an official announcement of a CM face to leaders to not go out there and express themselves in such manners. But, of course, during election seasons, everyone has their anticipations. They do have their own aspirations as well. And when you do, stand in front of a massive crowd, especially in your constituency, such statements do emerge. But do you think that is a cause of concern for the Congress?
No, not at all, Deepak. I don't see anything wrong in anybody who expresses their aspiration to become CM. Because so many leaders in Congress party are aspiring to become CM, but we follow a democratic process, as we all know. What we follow
More than an
recently in
aspiration,
Karnataka
this
too,
seems
right?
like a statement that he's made. Would you call this
Yeah,
an
I've
aspirational
watched the
statement,
video.
or would you call
I've
this,
watched the
a statement
I've watched the video.
that,
It is not the confirmation
Yeah.
from the High Command, but he's expecting being senior, one of the senior leader in Congress party in Telangana. He's aspiring for the CM post, and he is also giving that strength to his statement that Sonia Gandhi will definitely look into the efforts being kept by him and will recognize him as CM candidate. There's nothing wrong in expressing such things, because I see it as a personal Congress leader. I see it like a expression of his aspiration to become CM. That's it. It is not going to impact anywhere and in any way inside the Congress party.
Okay, let me bring in a journalist here instead of taking a political voice immediately. Mr. Sai Shekhar Angara, when you read between all of these lines and these kind of statements that do come in, we've seen in other states, of course, while there has been, be it Rajasthan, there of course has been an issue now for about almost the entire term between the top two. We've seen that play out in Karnataka as well. Do you sense this sort of a trouble for the Congress party in Telangana?
Yeah, see, South India traditionally votes for someone who has a face, the party which has a face. And when Rajashekar Reddy contested in 2004, he has not announced himself as the chief ministerial candidate, and Congress also desisted from doing that until the CLP meeting was convened, until the result has come out. See, even before the CLP meeting was convened, Rajashekar Reddy went and met Sonia Gandhi. And only after that, the name of the chief minister was announced by the AICC. And people will vote for a party which has a definite chief minister's face. And people expected Dr. YSR to be the chief minister in 2004 and voted for the Congress. And that worked. But now the Congress is, I don't know, they haven't announced anybody, but then it's a Pandora's box. Everyone is taking their claim, and it's a rat race. And there are a dozen chief ministerial candidates from the Congress, and Uttam Reddy, Komat Reddy, Madhu Yashki, Damodar Raj Narasimha, Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka, even a lot of people have come out in the open saying that we'll be the chief minister. Even T.J. Prakash Reddy from Sangareddy also announced that he will be in the race at some point in time. So, if all the aspirants in the Congress have to be accommodated as chief ministers, I think each one of them will have to be given 2 months each in the 60 months term. And people of Telangana or Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu or Kerala, they have always seen the face of the chief ministerial candidate and then cast their votes. In case of Karnataka also, they have projected two leaders, Mr. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar, and people were certain that either this or that would be the chief minister, and they took 7 days of time to decide that confusion, to put an end to that confusion. And if Telangana is voting for the Congress by any chance,
and that confusion still somewhere seems to be bothering them. That's the concern. Yeah. Mr. Angara, before I bring in the BRS, which I want to bring in the BRS here, especially ask them a very pertinent question, I'll play out this reaction once again of Mr. Komita Reddy.
మంత్రి ముఖ్యమంత్రి సోనియా గాంధీ అంటే ముఖ్యమంత్రి పదవి కూడా నాకే ఇస్తుంది. ఇక నాకంటే సీనియర్ ఎవరు లేరు. మంత్రి ముఖ్యమంత్రి సోనియా గాంధీ అంటే ముఖ్యమంత్రి పదవి కూడా నాకే ఇస్తుంది. ఇంకా నాకంటే సీనియర్ ఎవరు లేరు.
So Krishank Mane, how do you see this? Do you see this as confidence? Because I'm not going to ask you about the internal issues within the Congress party. Of course, it's not something that you need to be concerned about. But what you need to be probably concerned about is the confidence at this point in time with the Congress leaders already looking at the chief minister's position as if the elections are over. That somewhere would you read this as an indicator of the confidence of the Congress or the overconfidence of the Congress?
Deepak, I see it as the arrogance of the Congress. In Hindi, there is a famous saying, "Jaldbazi ka kaam shaitan ka hota hai." But here in this case, Jaldbazi ka naam Congress ka hota hai. Because, see, it's not Delhi which will decide who should be the chief minister. It is people of Telangana who will vote a powerful party, a powerful leader here to be in their government. But here you see Congress's arrogance. They have proven that their party is all about yes boss, and it is fakery. It is fakery, absolute fakery and mockery of democracy. What democracy is it? There is still polls to be happen. There is still 15 days for the campaign, and Congress leaders are already deciding about the chief minister. And who is going to decide the chief minister? Madam Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. She's not the AICC president. You are insulting a Dalit AICC Congress president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, and Mr. Komatreddy Venkat Reddy has made it clear that Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge has no role in this party. He is just a dummy Congress president. But it is all run by only Madam Mrs. Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and that is what they are talking about. The point is, in elections, you should actually talk about the agenda, the people's agenda. Yes, it might be within their own political party, but people are seeing all this hilarious theatrics by the Congress party. Today, we've seen how within the own Congress rank and file, today, their vice president was trashed. He was beaten black and blue by his own Congress party cadre on the streets. If Congress cannot put their house in order, what will they run state? Deepak, this is really astonishing. So the point is, let them run whatever whims and fancies they have for their chief minister's race. Let the leaders come out and say that, chief minister. But the point is, people of Telangana have seen us because, let me tell you on a serious note, this chief minister's race has costed the state earlier. In 1990, it is not we who said. Chief Minister Marri Channa Reddy, he himself said it in media that he was toppled by a conspiracy of communal right by his own Congress party for the CM's race. 3 chief ministers were changed. Such kind of instability. So today, people of Telangana will not want instability. They wouldn't want this cat race for the kursi for the Congress chief ministers.
Okay.
So definitely, it's being hilarious to see every Congress leader coming out and saying that they want to be chief minister. They want to be chief minister. अरे पहले जीतो तो यार. पहले जनता का दिल जीतो, वोट जीतो, उसके बाद आपके.
Okay, Mr. Mane believes that there's going to be instability with this Congress regime. Okay, well, let's bring in the BJP as well. Mr. Subhash, what's your take in this? Because interestingly here, be it in Rajasthan, the BJP's charge, of course, has been, Congress has brought in instability. There hasn't been a good regime. In Madhya Pradesh, of course, you've been crying foul. The same in Karnataka as well. Now, do you feel with this particular announcement of sorts or an expression of aspiration, do you again see an issue within the Congress, and will that be an advantage for you?
Exactly, definitely. See, the elections are not over in Telangana. We are going to face the elections on 30th of November this year. And before the elections, the polling hasn't come to an end. The race for the chief minister in the Congress party has already begun. So this shows that, they are more interested to become the chief minister rather than serving the people. The point too is, in 1978, let me go down the history for 30 seconds. In 1978 to 83, when the Congress party was in power in combined Andhra Pradesh, there are 4 chief ministers have been changed. From 1989 to 1994, there are 3 chief ministers have been changed. From 2009 to 2014, there are again 3 chief ministers. So the rat race for chief ministers has already begun, which shows that Congress party wanted only to grab power. There are a dozen chief ministers aspirants in the Congress party. So one chief minister, they cannot have, as Mr. Shekhar said, they cannot have 12 chief ministers in 5 years. So instead of talking about the welfare of the state or development of the state, the Congress party has begun. We have, the Bharatiya Janata Party has a benefit of doubt. These words are not from the Komatreddy Venkat Reddy. I think these words are from the KCR, because KCR knows that he cannot win the state anymore. So he wanted to have an alliance with the Congress party. So maybe there will be post alliance from the Congress as well as the BRS. So these are provoking statements from the BRS, so that Congress will have some kind of understanding, and then Congress party will align with the BRS party, because they have seen from after the two issues which the Bharatiya Janata Party have already declared, the BC chief minister as well as
Right.
SC categorization in Telangana. The Bharatiya Janata Party graph has considerably raised. It is just rising. So, in order to cut short the Bharatiya Janata Party's aspiration of becoming coming to power, maybe the two chief ministers, the two leaders from the Congress as well as the BRS, this is a game changer. They wanted to do the game changer. That's what Bharatiya Janata Party has a benefit of doubt. So instead of serving people, instead of talking about the welfare schemes, instead of what is that they are going to do for the upcoming elections when they come into power, the rat race has no future, because the Congress
The rat
party
race has begun,
always
Mr.
is known for
Ram Mohan
implementing-
Reddy. I want you to respond to the BJP and also what Mr. Mane said earlier.
Yeah, Deepak. See, first of all, when BRS spokesperson
And I want you to
attributed a
respond to that
kahavat,
one
generally-
particular aspect that you still have leaders going back and saying that Sonia Gandhi will decide. Once again, it comes back to
See,
that moot
depends upon
question,
our
which most
mindset.
of the we beat the BJP or the other parties that have been opposing the Congress. They keep, of course, ridiculing you over this.
It
That you have
depends upon
Mr.
our
Mallikarjun
mindset,
Kharge,
how
but
we
nobody
see the
within the
statement.
Congress considers him the president.
Deepak, see, it depends upon our mindset, how we see the statement. First of all, when BRS spokesperson said like Jaldbazi ka kaam, Shaitan ka hota hai, and he attributed that to Congress party. The same line will be applicable to the BRS then, because they also came up with the CM face of KCR. Wo bhi Jaldbazi ka kaam. Because you people are going to taste the defeat. Look at here the statements of Komatreddy Venkat Reddy. On one hand, it is displaying the confidence level. On the other hand, his trust on the high command. Because he's considering his own seniority. Well, let it be. It is not going to hurt Congress party or cadre. In
But
fact, that
Mr.
is going
Mohan
to
Reddy,
gain votes.
is the High Command going to be happy with this sort of statements? Is a question that really comes up in such a situation, isn't it?
When a leader makes a statement in his own constituency,
Now, if you
which is
have
going to
multiple
gain
leaders
votes,
expressing
and which
confidence
is
that the
going to
Congress
make it
will win and going and making announcements that I'm very confident that Rahul Gandhi is going to make me Prime Minister, Chief Minister, I beg your pardon, or Sonia Gandhi is going to be making, or Mallikarjun Kharge is going to be making, does that express any sort of confidence or a concern for the AICC to really handle?
People see, no matter whomever make the statements, we have a democratic style of selecting chief minister's candidate. Once the elections are declared, once we are victorious, then there will be a CLP meeting and the resolution will be passed and forwarded to the High Command, and the High Command decision will be final, and this is the procedure. No matter who makes any sort of statements. This is the line, this is the structure for selecting chief minister candidate in Congress party. No matter whether BJP says, let me ask BJP spokesperson a question. How many chief ministers changed in Gujarat in last 5 years? So before criticizing Congress party, once, let us not forget that four fingers are, pointing towards you too. It is not about any political leader who wanted to or expressing his desire to become a chief minister, and the analyst who we welcome the critics from the analysts. But see, let us not get so much of inclination towards BRS or BJP and target Congress party here. Because Congress party has grown much stronger and we are growing stronger day by day, and we are getting close to the victory here. So we are showing and displaying our confidence levels in all our meetings, and let us go ahead. We'll go ahead like that.
Mr. Shekhar Angara,
Because, the
Congress believes that nothing wrong in these sort of statements. Yeah.
It's not the confidence. It is overconfidence, I can say. because people have not yet voted for the Congress
But
party.
even in Karnataka,
And,
we have half a
before-
dozen of chief minister candidates. Even in
before-
Karnataka,
before the
we had
elections-
half a dozen of chief minister candidates.
I
Yet
know,
they,
but see,
went
you'll
through
be-
this process.
you'll be inviting,
And
you know,
Siddaramaiah
they'll
was
be-
elected
they'll
as
be
chief
inviting-
minister. I just
they will
wanted to
be-
remind that.
there-
Everywhere
there will
there
be
were
lot of-
multiple
there will be
candidates
lot of fighting between
who were
between
aspiring
you
to
two
become chief minister.
instead of serving the people.
It is not about the service to the people. It is the topic.
Okay,
The
but the
topic
question-
what we are talking about is about the selection of chief minister candidate. Let us confine to the subject. If it is about the service to the people,
Okay,
And
then we will
Mr.
discuss
Mohan
it.
Reddy,
Deepak.
one
You wanted
is,
to loot
you know,
the
while
state.
of course
Deepak.
some of them are
Wanted to loot the
charging you with, well, Mr. Mohan Reddy, okay, now while of course you're saying a similar situation was in Karnataka, you had a leader, of course, which was more than obvious that Mr. Siddaramaiah probably he had announced that this is going to be his last election, considering his age and other aspects here. That more often than not, in the Congress would go with him. But is that the same scenario in Telangana with the Congress party in terms of the leadership that you have there?
See, there may be several aspects which may come during the election of the chief minister candidate. Yes, that is the reason there is a CLP meeting. There will be resolution after deliberate discussions. One-to-one discussions will be held and the resolution will be passed and it will be forwarded to the High Command. If there are like multiple candidates, again the deliberations will go on. It will take little time, but we will come up clear by declaring one CM candidate. And let me remind you that even in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, or here in Karnataka, chief minister is only one. There is no turns here. We have not seen any turns in Rajasthan. We have not seen any turns in Chhattisgarh. We are not seeing any turns in Himachal Pradesh or in Karnataka. It is going to be very clear, and the one chief minister candidate who is going to be appointed will continue for the full term.
But is this a strategy of sorts that the Congress is going with? Because you have, like you said, you had half a dozen in Karnataka. Now you have multiple in Telangana, aspiring to become chief ministers. But you don't want to make this official announcement because, you want to ensure that everyone works, in the interest of the party, and then you make this choice. Is this the strategy for the Congress going forward?
No, but it is the style of functioning, and that is what we follow. We follow the democratic process of selecting chief minister candidate, Deepak. That is what I am trying to say. So no matter how many candidates come into and just wanted to become chief ministers, they can come forward. But there is a selection process. That is what I wanted to establish. There is a selection process, and it is a fixed structure. Everybody, whomever want to become chief minister, should go through the scrutiny, should go through the election process, should go through the one-to-one deliberation. All these aspects will come. Yeah, definitely High Command will consider all these. And all these aspects will be written in the resolution passed by CLP. There is absolute clarity in selection of chief minister candidate.
It's not as if, you've not had elections where a CM face has already been announced before going into the elections. It's not like it hasn't happened. It has happened.
We have several CM faces in Telangana. And we are quite strong here on ground.
Well, that's precisely what I said. Probably usage of all the chief minister, whoever is aspiring to become chief minister, using all their strength is probably the strategy for the Congress party is what I was suggesting. I'm really out of time here. I thank all the panelists. Of course, we apologize for not being able to cramp up, a lot of, opinions here. But I think we did get a gist of what exactly, the Congress is leaning towards and how they're planning this election strategy, which of course the other parties differ with. But let's of course see what the people decide on the 30th of November. I thank all our panelists. We're slipping into a quick break. News and updates continue on Mirror Now. Stay with us.